Hi, my name is Meng, and today I'm making a barnyard wall decor made out of poplar. I do have a cool trick for you today to make your project look rustic, or if you're going for that rustic look, so don't go anywhere. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram and subscribe if you haven't already. So I went to my local Home Depot and I bought some 8-inch poplar wood board. Then I cut them down just over 2 feet. Then I got it ready for glue up and then I clamped them in place. Initially, this is just the backboard that I'm using to support the other panels that's going to go on top of it to create that barnyard style. Here I'm clamping extra 2x4s so my stock doesn't warp as I clamp the center ones. This just helps for extra support. As you're clamping down the middle ones, the boards stay in place, they don't move about. As I'm waiting for the backboards to dry, here I'm cutting the panels. So I waited about a day and then I removed the backboard from the clamps. Then I go on to sanding the surfaces and some of the glue left over. The table saw made some rough edges on my panels, so I just clamped them together and started sanding the sides with my orbital sander. Then I sanded the hard edges with 200 grit sandpaper. Now I was ready to glue up the 4 vertical panels and then clamp them down. I needed to apply pressure on the middle panel, so I used my weights to apply even pressure. Then I started to glue up these short horizontal panels in between the long one. And I wanted to make sure the horizontal panels are correctly square with the vertical ones before clamping the big horizontal clamps to square everything in place. So my design calls for a cross-hatch design, so I cut up some 2x10 board. So I cut up a piece of paper into a square, and then I mapped the edges where I needed to cut the slim boards. Then I cut off where I marked, and here it was a little back and forth between testing and fitting, so everything worked out good and snug. So I waited a few hours before gluing up the cross-ups, and so I used my weights again to apply pressure. After the glue up, so I went back to my orbital sander and started sanding down the top surfaces and in between each pocket. After I was done sanding and prepping my board, I applied 2 coats of white spray paint to the front and back. After I waited for that to dry overnight, I was ready to apply the rustic look. So here I bought some gray staining and matte white chalk paint. And I started to apply the white chalk paint first. The real trick here is after you've painted your surface, with the gloved hand you want to blend it in. Next, you want to apply a layer of stain, and this gives it that extra contrast. There's really no right or wrong way of doing it, so if you do mess up or don't get the look you want, you can always go over it again with the white paint. Then apply the gray staining in layers. Again, if some layers do have a little bit more gray, you can go back with the white and layer it to get that look. Here's an example of the streaking, and then I went back to add some white paint over it. Then I sanded it down to smooth it out and blend both of the colors. Then to blend both of the colors together, use 300 grit sandpaper and smooth it down. And to take it a step further, you don't have to go too crazy with the final sanding. We just wanted to touch up some spots here and there and scuff up some areas to make it look more weathered. Here's the final result. Like this project, or if you want to see more like this, subscribe to my channel. I upload every month. If you have some tips of your own to get more of a weathered look, put it in the comments below and I would love to hear some of your thoughts. I appreciate you guys for stopping by. I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.